It's still possible to build a gaming channel around Minecraft content in 2026, if you're willing to do 3 things. When I started doing number 3, I got 10x the views that I was getting before. Like many of us on YouTube, I got my start by imitating my favorite creators, mainly on Hermitcraft. What's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing if you're having fun. But here's something I realized, and I think Mumbo talked about this in his video about changes to Minecraft YouTube. Many of the channels we enjoy today built their followings years ago in a completely different YouTube ecosystem. Many of the names we all recognize in the space started posting over a decade ago. With algorithms shifting and the average YouTube viewer's watching habits changing, I personally realized that doing what works for the big, established creators who have been doing YouTube for a while usually won't work for smaller channels that are just starting out. Realizing this led me down the path of discovering what works for building a YouTube gaming channel today. Here are a few things I found that turned around my channel from less than 30 views per video to hundreds. Still not earth-shattering, I know. I think the principles are useful regardless of channel size, and they'll probably apply to you whether you're starting out or just trying to shake things up. One of the biggest changes to Minecraft YouTube is that every video needs a central idea or story for viewers to follow through the entire video to the end. If you've ever made a video in survival Minecraft, you've probably ended up with a bunch of random clips, and then you string them together and you've got a video. And I used to do this myself. It's a great way to get started. What I'm finding nowadays, though, is that videos seem to do better if there's a central idea behind them. A video like that gives the viewer something to latch onto that will have them stick around and see where it's going. It doesn't even have to be something crazy or over the top. One of my own recent videos centered around building a suspension bridge. Not even a crazy suspension bridge. And y'all seem to like it. YouTube knew what to do with it, and folks watched it. Yeah, sensational accomplishments can get some clicks. If you can spend thousands of hours making a real-life city in Minecraft for one video, heck, go for it. I'm finding that even smaller, more approachable stories or ideas can still be engaging if you edit it well. It's all in the execution. A central idea for a video also makes the packaging optimization much easier. You've probably heard that the best performing videos these days start with the creator knowing what the title and thumbnail will be before they even start recording. As difficult as that might be for some of us playing survival, and especially in servers, it still holds true for Minecraft content. Planning a video around a central idea makes that possible. I will say that I often approach a new video with generalities about what idea I'm going to base it around, and then refine the title and thumbnail as I get closer to having filming wrapped. Having the flexibility to know when to pivot is something that develops as you make more videos. A lot of clips I record never even make it in these days because they don't add to the central idea of the video. Sometimes I can fit them into another video later, or they just get deleted. Also, I know there are tools out there to help generate strong titles and thumbnails. I use vidIQ myself. Here's what I've noticed though. While tools like that can be helpful in getting a general idea of how to structure titles and thumbnails, there's no replacement for scrolling through YouTube and studying the way that other creators optimize their content, noting what's working for them and adapting it for your own. Over time, you'll develop an eye for what works, and that'll make it easier to be creative in coming up with your own titles and thumbnails that perform well. Just remember, the thumbnail is there to get viewers to stop scrolling and read the title. The title is there to get them to click, and hopefully watch a video that makes them love you forever. And that first 15 to 20 seconds of your video, the hook, is key, since whatever happens there will be the reason viewers stick around to see the rest of the video. One of the biggest changes I'm seeing is how long a video should be to get into the recommendations feed. You may have noticed that most views, especially for new creators, come from YouTube recommending your video underneath whatever they're already watching. That can account for 70% of the eyeballs on a video you post these days. I've noticed that videos between 8 and 15 minutes seem to be the sweet spot for getting recommended in those feeds. If you need longer to pull off your video idea, then do what you have to do. There are no hard rules here. And if you can keep your viewers enthralled with your Minecraft video for 2 hours, I salute you. I noticed that when I dropped my runtimes from an average of 40 minutes to under 20, things shifted for me. Ambient background videos are an exception. Folks will put those on while they're doing something else. That's not what I'm making. Authenticity, the way you show up on your content and be yourself, will always be part of connecting with people on the other side of the screens watching you play. Yeah, you can get some algorithm to show your stuff to people without that. But having a group of folks who are excited when they recognize your style of thumbnail on their feed, that only happens when you connect with them on a personal level. The techniques I've discussed are ways to give yourself a chance for more moments like that if you're just starting out. That's why consistency is important too. You'll get better with each new video you make, and that's another chance to connect with folks watching you. I hope a few things I've brought to this conversation help somebody on their own YouTube journey. I'm pretty early on my own, if I'm honest. Tell me what's working for you in the comments. I'll probably learn something. And if you watched to the end, thank you. If you liked the video, you're awesome. And if you subscribed, you're my hero. And we'll see you next time when I add another build from a real-life state park on Safi SMP.